Yes, Amma, good afternoon all. Now we will discuss about basics of electrochemistry, and it is most important one, and it is also called first part of electrochemistry, that is electrolysis, right? What is meant by electrolysis? See, Amma, for example, if I am taking molten NaCl, this is in molten state. Through molten NaCl, if I am passing any electricity or some amount of electricity or electromotive force, EMF, if you are passing electromotive force, see, this electrolyte or this molten NaCl can be dissociated into or can be splits into its constituting ions. They are Na plus and Cl minus. It splits into its constituting ions. They are Na plus and Cl minus ions. It is called electrolysis. Now, how can we define them? The decomposition of electrolyte into its constituting ions called electrolysis by passing of some electromotive force called electrolysis. Decomposition of electrolyte takes place in presence of electromotive force or using some amount of current, then only it is said to be electrolysis, right? Now, in the same way, if you are taking molten KCl, potassium chloride, through molten potassium chloride, if we are passing any electromotive force, then it can be dissociated into K plus and Cl minus. Same decomposition of electrolyte into its constituting ions K plus and Cl minus by passing of electromotive force, right? It is said to be electrolysis. Then only it is called electrolysis, right, Amma? During the electrolysis, generally electrolysis is carried in two cells, some electrolytic cells, right? The cell in which electrolysis is carried out called electrolytic cell. See, Amma, in electrolytic cell, one second, right. Now coming to anode. In electrolytic cell or in electrochemical cell, always oxidation of ion takes place at anode. Oxidation of anions. Say 2Cl minus gives to Cl2. Chlorine gas liberated at anode. Oxidation always occurs at anode. Now, reduction always occurs at cathode. How can we identify oxidation reduction? Removal of electrons called oxidation. Now here 2 potassium ions taking these 2 electrons liberated at anode forms 2 potassiums. Now copy up to here, Amma. Decomposition of electrolyte into its constituting ions by passing electromotive force called electrolysis, right? Now, so in molten NaCl or molten KCl or any molten electrolyte, only we are having one cation and one anion, right? Now if you are taking aqueous NaCl, if you are taking aqueous NaCl contains which type of ions? NaCl contains sodium ion and Cl minus ion. What about aqueous condition? Water. H2 also undergoes electrolysis, right? So H2 also contains H plus ion and OH minus ion, right? If electrolyte contains more than more than 2 cations, more than 2 anions. Now, Sema, there is a competition to deposit at cathode Na plus and H plus between Cl minus and OH minus. So, which ion will deposit first at electrode? Yes, sir. It can be explained by discharge theory. That is, in which I must see first one, order of deposition of anions. The ions which are having lesser discharge potential, they are only deposited at respective electrodes. Coming to anions, this is the order of deposition of anions, in which first carbonate ion will be deposited, after that iodide, Br minus, Cl minus, OH minus, NO3 minus, last one that is sulfate ion, SO4 minus 2. Once copy it, this is the order of deposition of various anions. Copy it. Order of deposition of various anions. Order of deposition of various anions. Now see, already we discussed now only, if you are having aqueous NaCl, right? Aqueous NaCl. Aqueous NaCl contains which type of anions? One is Cl minus from H2O, we are having one is OH minus. Now according to order of deposition of anions, which one deposit first at electrode? Which one deposit first at electrode? Cl minus or OH minus? Which one move through, which one first move towards to electrode? Cl minus or OH minus? Tell me Amma, see order of deposition. Tell me which one first moves to respective electrode?
Cl minus, sir.
Yes, Amma, Cl minus. After that, OH minus. Once all of you copy it one. This is order of deposition of anions, and next one order of deposition of cations. This is the order of deposition of various cations, in which first one Rm, after that platinum Pt plus 2, next silver, mercury, this is copper, after copper hydrogen H plus, Fe plus 2, Cr plus 3, Zn plus 2, Mn plus 2, Al plus 3, magnesium plus 2, Ca plus 2, Na plus, K plus, Li plus. This is the order of deposition of various cations. Same Amma, now only we just discussed, that is aqueous NaCl contains which type of cations? One is Na plus, and from H2O we are having H plus. Now tell me which one first move towards to electron? Now am I audible? Now okay, Amma? Am I audible now? Yes, Amma. Now this is the order of deposition of various cations. For example, if you are having aqueous NaCl as electrolyte, it contains two types of, or it contains two cations. What they are? Na plus and H plus. Now according to order of deposition of cations, so which one first deposit at electrode? Which one first deposit at electrode? Tell me, Amma.
H plus, sir.
Hydrogen will deposit first at electrode. After hydrogen, sodium, right? Once copied. Right, copied, Amma? Yes, Amma. If you are having aqueous, if you are having NaCl as a, now tell me which type, which ions are, which atoms are formed at respect. For example, if you are having aqueous NaCl, first we will discuss about NaCl after. First listen carefully. Aqueous NaCl contains Na plus ion and Cl minus ion, right? From H2O we have H plus ion and OH minus ion. Now tell me, according to order of deposition of cations and anions, first oxidation always takes place at anode, right? So at anode, which substance is formed? Out of Cl minus and OH minus, which one go to first at electrode? Oxidation of anions always takes place at anode, reduction of cations always takes place at cathode in entire electrochemistry, right? Now tell me, anodic reaction, Cl minus and OH minus, which one deposit first at electrode? Once the order of deposition of cations and anions. Okay. Now tell me, order of deposition of anions and cations. Tell me, Amma, out of Cl minus and OH minus, which one go to first at electrode?
Cl minus, sir.
Cl minus. Can I take 2 Cl minus? 2 Cl minus gives to Cl2 plus, giving 2 electrons. 2 negative charges, right? 2 into minus 1. 2 electrons. Now there is a competition between Na plus and H plus to deposit at electrode. So which one first move towards to electrode? Reaction at cathode. Here I am taking 2 hydrogens, 2 H plus, taking these 2 electrons. Electrons liberated at anode forms H2. See, aqueous NaCl. Aqueous NaCl on electrolysis gives chlorine gas at anode, hydrogen gas at cathode. Cl2 at anode, hydrogen at cathode. Is this clear for you? Lahari, Shravani, Pooja? Ma?
Yes, sir.
Chlorine gas liberated at anode, hydrogen gas liberated at cathode. This is previous year NEET question. Today what we are discussing all are came in previous year questions, previous year exams. Next one, aqueous potassium sulfate. Aqueous potassium sulfate. Same aqueous potassium sulfate contains, from K2SO4 we have 2K plus and sulfate ion SO4 2 minus. Now we are discussing about aqueous condition. From H2O we have H plus and OH minus ions. First write reaction at anode. Reaction at anode. Out of sulfate ion OH minus ion. Out of sulfate ion OH minus ion, which one moved towards to electrode first? See order of deposition theory.
OH
Sulfate
minus, sir.
Yes, OH minus. First OH minus move towards to electrode, that is anode, gives H2O and O2 2 electrons. Now potassium and H plus, which one deposit at electrode? There is a competition between K plus ion and H plus ion to deposit at electrode. Same, one see order of deposition of various cations.
H plus, sir.
H plus. Reduction always takes place at cathode. Order of deposition of various cations, that is same. From there K plus and H plus has lesser discharge potential, that is why H plus will deposit first at electrode. So 2 electrons liberated at anode. Here I am taking 2 H plus, it taking 2 electrons, giving H to give. Same, on electrolysis of aqueous potassium sulfate gives oxygen gas at anode, hydrogen gas at cathode. Copy it. Oxygen gas at anode and hydrogen gas at cathode. Copy it, Amma. Next one, CuSO4, aqueous CuSO4. Aqueous CuSO4. Same, CuSO4 contains Cu plus 2 ion and sulfate ion. Right, here aqueous condition we have H2O contains H plus ion and OH minus ion. Now there is a competition between sulfate ion and OH minus ion to deposit at anode. In the same way, there is a competition between Cu plus 2 and H plus ion to deposit at cathode. So which one deposit at cathode and which one deposit at anode first? First reaction at anode. Reaction at anode. Out of sulfate and OH minus, which will deposit first at electrode? First OH move towards to anode. Same reaction of always when we are having OH. 4 OH minus gives 2. 4 OH minus gives 2. 2 H2O. 2 H2O plus O2 plus 2 electrons. Now reaction at cathode. reaction at cathode. Cu plus to H plus, which one deposit amma? First at electrode. One see order of deposition theory.
Cu plus 2, sir.
Yes amma. Cu plus 2 taking 2 electrons forms Cu. So aqueous CaSO4 on electrolysis gives oxygen gas at anode, copper at cathode. Copy it. Next, aqueous AgNO3. Tell me what about aqueous AgNO3? Aqueous AgNO3 on dissociation to give first amma AgNO3 silver nitrate on dissociation to give Ag plus ion, silver plus ion and NO3 minus ion. Now we are discussing about aqueous condition. Aqueous condition is nothing but right H2O. H2O on dissociation to give H plus ion and ion and OH minus ion. Now tell me which one move towards to anode and cathode? Which one move towards the anode and cathode? First right anodic reaction. Already we know that always oxidation takes place at anode. So nitrate ion and OH minus ion, nitrite and OH minus ion. Which one deposit first at electrode? Or which one move towards to electrode first?
OH minus, sir.
Yes, Amma. So OH minus deposition to give water molecule, oxygen with liberation of electrons. Now reaction at cathode. There is a competition between Ag plus and H plus. Which one deposit first at electrode? Silver or proton? H plus. Sorry.
Silver, sir.
Ag plus taking this electron give forms silver. So electrolysis of aqueous AgNO3 gives oxygen gas at anode, silver at cathode. Oxygen gas at anode, silver at cathode. Any doubt, Amma? You must know the order of deposition theories, order of deposition of various cations and order of deposition of various anions. Then only you can do easily electrolysis questions. Right? Or am I completed? Yes, Amma. Next, tell me what about aqueous sodium hydroxide. Tell me what are the products formed after electrolysis of sodium hydroxide? Lahari, Shravani, Pooja, Srinath. Tell me what are the products formed after electrolysis of sodium hydroxide, aqueous condition? All our previous NEET questions. If you don't know, once go to order of deposition theories of cation and anion, check there and tell me answer them. Sodium hydroxide on dissociation to give Na plus ion and OH minus ion. H2O on dissociation to give H plus and OH minus ion, right? So at anode we are having same type of anions, OH minus ions. There is a deposition, there is a competition between Na plus ion and H plus ion to deposit at cathode, right? There is no competition at anode, both are OH minus ions, hydroxide ions. So reaction at anode, oxidation always takes place at anode. 4 OH minus gives to 2 H2O, O2 and gives some electrons. After that, now reaction at cathode, which one first move towards to cathode? Na plus and H plus. See, can I give you one hint? If you are having S block elements and hydrogen, always hydrogen first deposited, always H plus ion move towards to cathode first when compared with S block elements, right? 1A group elements and 2A group elements. If you are having lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium with hydrogen, hydrogen first always move towards to respect to electrode, right? Now tell me Na plus and H plus, which one first go to cathode? Lahari, Shravani, Pooja.
H plus, sir.
H plus. H plus undergoes reduction, forms H2. So aqueous sodium hydroxide on electrolysis gives oxygen and hydrogen, right? Oxygen at anode, hydrogen at cathode. Copy it. Next one, Faraday's laws of electrolysis. Actually, Faraday gives the quantitative relationship. He gives the quantitative relationship between amount of electricity passed through electrolyte, right, and amount of substance deposited at electrode. Quantitative relationship. He gave the mainly he gave the quantitative relationship. Now Faraday's laws can be explained in two ways. First one called first law, second one called second law. For now we will discuss about first law. See, according to first law, amount of substance deposited, amount always denoted with W, right? Weight. Amount of substance deposited is directly proportional to Q, quantity of electricity passed through electrolyte. Quantity of electricity passed through electrolyte. This is most important one. Once again listen carefully. But formally how can we define it, Amma? During the electrolysis of electrolyte, the amount of substance deposited at respective electrodes is directly proportional to quantity of electricity passed through electrolyte. This is a normal generalized statement, but you can simply learn like this, Amma. amount of substance deposited at electrode proportional to quantity of electricity. If you are passing more quantity of electricity, more amount of substance will be deposited. If you are passing less quantity of electricity, less amounts of substance will be deposited. That is, here we are taking the proportionality, right? W proportional to Q, where W is the amount of substance deposited, where Q is the quantity of electricity passed through electrolyte. Now here I am taking proportionality constant, that is W is equal to small e into Q, where small e is the electrochemical equivalent. Small e is the electrochemical equivalent. Next one, see, but can I write Q equal to I into T? What is Coulomb's definition? Coulomb, ampere into second, ampere into second, right? So quantity of electricity in coulombs is equal to I into T, where I is the quantity of electricity, amperes, current in amperes, current in amperes, where T is the time in seconds. Can I substitute I into T in place of small e? Can I substitute I into T in place of small m? Then what we get? W is equal to small e into I into T. All are each and every step important one, right? But small e is equal to capital E by F, equivalent weight by Farad. Small e is equal to equivalent weight by Farad. Can I substitute E by F in place of E, small e? Therefore amount of substance deposited is equal to equivalent weight of element into current in amperes into time in seconds by Farad. Copy up to here. Copy up to here, Amma. What is Faraday's first law? Amount of substance directly deposited or liberated or formed at a respective electrode proportional to quantity of electricity passed through electrolyte. Here Q is the quantity of electricity. Therefore here I am taking proportionality constant, that is small e, where small e is the electrochemical equivalent. But Q equal to I into T. Can I substitute I into T in place of Q? After that what we get? W is equal to small e into I into T. But electrochemical equivalent, small e equal to capital E by F. What is capital E here? Equivalent weight. F is the Farad. So W equal to E into I into T by F. What we get? W equal to E into I into T by F. Copy up to here. Right? Can I go to Amma? Next slide. Now what we get finally? W equal to capital E into I into T by Farad, right? Now see what is equivalent weight? Equivalent weight formula, equivalent weight equal to molecular weight by valency factor, V valency. Can I write VF, V suffix F, valency factor. Equivalent weight equal to molecular mass by valency factor. So substitute M by V in place of E. Therefore amount of substance deposited is equal to molecular mass into current in amperes into time in seconds by valency factor into farad. Actually we know that 1 farad equal to how many coulombs? From physics, amma. 1 farad equal to how many coulombs? That is 96500 coulombs of charge. Farad is nothing but charge of 1 mole of electrons. Charge of 1 mole of electrons called farad, 1 farad. So 1 farad equal to 96500 coulombs, which is nothing but charge of 1 mole of electrons. Right? Now here each and every step is most important one. Right? Now can I take m this side? Take m this side, molecular mass. So weight by molecular mass is equal to I into T by valency factor into, can I write 96500? What about weight by molecular weight? Given weight by molecular weight. What is given weight by molecular weight? Shravani Lahari, Pooja.
Number of moles, sir.
Yes, Amma, very good. Number of moles. So number of moles of substance deposited at electrodes is equal to I into T, where I is always current in amperes, where T is the time in seconds. Valency factor into farad. If you want to calculate number of moles of substance deposited at electrode, use this one. If you want to calculate just weight of the substance deposited at respect to electrode, so you use any one, depends on situation. Right? Copy up to here. Each and every step are most important one. Copy, Rama? Here each and every step is most important one. Where small n is the number of moles of substance deposited at electrode, which is equal to I into T by valency factor into F. Yes, Amma? Yes, Amma Lahari. Now, see, Amma, I will give you a generalized statement for Faraday's laws of electrolysis. This one is most important one. Without knowing this one, you cannot do small, very small problems, numericals related to Faraday's first law and second law. That is, listen carefully. See, Amma, whenever if you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity, if you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity or 96500 coulombs of electricity, or 96500 coulombs of electricity. If we are passing 1 Faraday of electricity or 96500 coulombs of electricity or 1 mole of electrons, if you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity or 96500 coulombs of electricity or 1 mole of electrons pass through any electrolyte, Amma, pass through any electrolyte, its gram equivalent weight of substance will be deposited at respect to electrode. Sometimes we can call 1 gram equivalent weight of substance will be deposited, most important one. If you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity or 96500 coulombs of electricity or 1 mole of electrons through any electrolyte, how much of substance will be deposited? Its equivalent weight of substance will be deposited. Already we know that how to calculate equivalent weights, right? Already we know that how to calculate equivalent weights. forms gram equivalent weight of substance, right? For example, see amma, if I am passing 1 Faraday of electricity through NaCl, how much of sodium will be deposited? 1 Faraday of electricity, if I am passing 1 Faraday of electricity through NaCl solution, aqueous NaCl solution, how much of Na plus will be deposited? If I am asking, see, NaCl solution, how much of Na will be formed? How much of substance will be deposited? Its equivalent weight of substance will be deposited. What about NaCl? NaCl on dissociation to give Na plus ion and Cl minus ion. NaCl on dissociation to give Na plus and Cl minus ions. Now what is the equivalent weight of Na plus ion? How can we calculate equivalent weights? Recently we completed how to calculate equivalent weights, molecular weights, everything. Equivalent weight equal to molecular weight by valency, nothing but charge. Molecular mass by valency factor. What is atomic mass, Na? 23 by 1, that is equal to 23. This is equivalent weight of Na plus sodium. Whenever if you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity through NaCl solution, we get 23 grams of sodium. What about chlorine? What is the equivalent weight of chlorine? If I am passing 1 Faraday of electricity through NaCl, we get 23 grams of sodium. What about chlorine? Take this is molten NaCl.
35.5, sir.
Yes, Amma. 35.5 grams of chlorine will be deposited. Right? Cl minus, equivalent weight of Cl minus, atomic mass of chlorine, 35.5 by charge 1. Don't take sign, Amma, take only magnitude. 35.5 by 1, that is equal to 35.5 grams. So if you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity, through NaCl, we get 23 grams of sodium and we get 35.5 grams of chlorine. Copy it, Amma. This is the meaning of this statement, most important one. If you are passing 1 Faraday of electricity or 96500 coulombs or 1 mole of electrons pass through any electrolyte, we get its equivalent weight of substance. Always equivalent weight of substance will be deposited. Copy it fastly. Next question, see. A solution of CuSO4 is electrolyzed for 10 minutes with a current of 1.5 amperes. What is the mass of copper? This is off. What is the mass of copper deposited at the cathode? This is a simple question but important one. See, first write what they are given. Time is given 10 minutes, right? But current is also given, current I is given that is 1.5 amperes. We have to calculate weight. Now how can we calculate weight by using IT? CuSO4, copper sulfate gives to Cu plus 2 and SO4 minus 2 Cu plus 2. So which formula we have to use to calculate weight when I and T's are given? That is, amount of substance deposited at electrode is equal to I into, sorry, that is equivalent weight into I into T by F, that is 96500 coulombs, right. What is the equivalent weight of copper? Equivalent weight of copper, how can we calculate? Cu plus 2, molecular mass by what is charge? 2, that is 63.5 by 2. How much we get? That is 31.75, right? So approximately can I take for simple calculation 31.5, substitute here, W equal to 31.5 into what is I? Current in amperes. I is always current in amperes, that is 1.5. T is always time in seconds, T always in seconds. So if they give in minutes, so can be converted into seconds. 10 into 60 by 96500. 96500. Use simple calculations, right? This is how we get a answer, right, Amma? Any doubts in today's session? Lahari, Shravani, Pooja, any doubts? How to calculate weights, equivalent weights, number of moles of a substance at respect to electrodes, and how can we determine which type of amounts are formed at respect to electrodes during the electrolysis of electrolyte. Any doubt? Yes, Amma. Okay, Amma. Bye for now. We will meet in next class with a new one. Bye.
Thank you, sir.